I'm over here thinking ahead of time before coming here and say, oh, this is all Trezevant, but Trezevant CTC, so I make sure I say that right. Some of y'all come from different places, and I love my high school. I know about y'all. So, yeah. So first and foremost, I'm truly, truly excited to be here. That isn't working. I wish I could move this. But I am so excited to be here with all of you guys. I was just like one of you not too many years ago. I'm only 21 years old. So I wasn't 18, 17 too long ago. I went to Hamilton High School. And where I come from was an environment that was less than conducive to the thought of possibility. I come from school where they say, you know, get the high grades and the best GPA and the high test scores to get a scholarship to go to college, right? Is that what they say in your schools? Right, but let me just say that my first time taking ACT made it 12. I made it 12 my first time taking ACT. I graduated Hamilton, leaving that school with an 18 on the ACT with a 2.9 GPA, and I came with exactly $107,100 in scholarships. That came by because I told myself I'm gonna make this happen no matter what. I'm gonna get some money, and a number does not define who Benjamin is. I'm not gonna let a test score tell me how much money I can get, because even though I wasn't the smartest, I couldn't add 2 plus 2, but I could talk well. I could dress well. I was very social. I was in all organizations. People knew Benjamin. I socialized very well. Now, I wasn't the smartest, but I looked like I was smart. I could play the game very, very, very well. And being that I could play the game very, very well, it helped me to come out on top in so many different ways. So I'm going to tell you guys that where you are right now, whatever you may be facing, whatever adversities you may be facing in your grades, your schools, academics, conduct, whatever it may be, your what was does not determine your what is. And you can make whatever happen you want no matter what. Now, my thing today is to tell you what it means to be non-negotiable, how to press reset, how to give yourself 1,000-second chances. And when each and every time you get to 999, you press reset. That's what I did. I left Hamilton High School and I went to MTSU. I went there with over $100,000 in scholarships. I had lots of money, and I ate lots of food. Grades were that wasn't my focus. I was focused on food and dressing up. Now, I didn't club and party and smoke, that wasn't my thing, but I loved food so much I gained 20 pounds while I was at MTSU. I lost it now, I'm fine. But that was my reality. I went in there and I came out there within that first year of school, I dropped out with a 1.6 GPA. Why? Not because I couldn't do the work, but because I played. I didn't care. Food was my love. We still have a relationship. We are working on that. But that was my thing. Food and dressing up. I like to smell good and dress good. You know, that was it. So I left and I came back to Memphis, Tennessee. We lived with my parents for a little while. Now, like I told you, I grew up in an environment that was less than conducive to the thought of possibility. So my parents didn't quite understand what my dreams, what my goals were. So at 19 years old, I had dropped out of school with a 1.6 GPA. I had become homeless in an abandoned house. It was December 17th, and in this house, at this house, it was midnight. It was midnight. It was below freezing. The house had windows busted in, and there was dogs' feces all over the ground. And I was by myself on a bug-ridden couch. I was broke, and I was broken. I went to the ATM machine to pull out some money for bus figures, but that's how I got around. I forgot when I went to the store to go to the ATM machine, I forgot one thing. To pull 20 out, you had to have 20 in. I had a negative account balance of $142.84 to my name. I had no money. I was absolutely broke with nothing. I had a gun in my hand and the gun was loaded. It was a shotgun I stole from my parents. I put the gun to my mouth. I pulled the trigger, but nothing happened. It was loaded. God had to be in there with me that night. Because as I pulled that trigger, nothing happened. But when I pulled the gun in another direction, I pulled the trigger, it went off. I did it a second time, put it in my mouth, and I pulled the trigger. Nothing happened. So I knew that I was here for a purpose. I knew that I had destiny. I knew that I was supposed to be something greater. I knew that I had something bigger to do with my life. I had to tell myself yes to give someone else a yes. So when I tell you exactly, I know adversity. I know how hard it is. I reached a point I was broke and I had nothing to my name. I was sick of life. Death was so much more attractive. I figured to myself, what's the point? I don't have any money. I'm not, I'm not in school. I failed my first year. I don't know. I don't have a place to stay. I don't know what's next for me. I don't know my next move. I don't know who's going to help me. But I realized something. If you're sitting here right now and you're waiting for someone to rescue you, to save you, to fix you, to train you, to coach you, you are wasting your time. Because nothing and no one will rescue you. You have to be your own rescue. Now you can go to God, to your teacher, to your counselor, to your advisors, but you make the decision. You decide what you do at this point right now with your life. So what do? I'll tell you what I did. I got back in school because I felt a little slow, so I wanted to finish my degree, and I'm still working on that right now. And within 3 weeks of school, I went from a 1.6 to a 3.6 GPA. I got me a small job at a Nike warehouse. Horrible, but it was okay. I was bougie, so I didn't even think I would be in a warehouse. So, that's not my thing. I'm just like, look, dude, I look good and I dress good, so warehouse is not my thing. But hey, God told me, don't ever tell me what's not, what you ain't gonna do, because I ended up at that warehouse. So I left there, and I had also decided, I said, I want to have my own dream. I want to be on my time, full time. I want to do something bigger than something bigger than me. So I made a phone call when as I was on the bus heading home. I hired a coach. I had a little money. I hired a coach, and I began birthing my dream. What did I want to do? I said, I'm Benjamin Hall. I want to write books. I want to talk. I want to train. I want to do what I love, because my thing is this: a job is not my purpose. A job is not my purpose. They pay me for my services, and then I go home. I'm not going to clock in the rest of my life. That's not my thing. Nothing's wrong with working your job and clocking in, because you have to do what you have to do to make it to pay bills. I work in the warehouse. Come on. But the reality is, I recognize that I'm not here to just work and pay bills the rest of my life. Someone needs me to say yes to myself, so I can say yes to them, so I can inspire them, so I can transform their lives in some type of way. So what did I do? I wrote a book. I wrote my first book at 19. I published it at 20 years old. Had a book signing in July last year, and it sold maybe, I believe, over 200 copies worldwide, over 200 copies. On top of that, I had also been on about 13 engagements all around Memphis and surrounding areas in Tennessee. I published my second book that's received 3 endorsements. I had my own business. And within that first day, July 2nd, my book signing, I made $1,000 within 2 hours of book sales. I said, oh my God, this is, I said, with my name on it, my own business, I'm pretty bad. Now I couldn't add to somebody if I could write a little bit. So what did I do in the months of being in that adversity and getting up to right now? I gave myself 1,000 second chances. And every time I got to 999, I pressed reset. I don't ask permission, I give notice. If I want it, I get it, period. When you develop that mindset, things will turn around for you. When you say that I want to make a change for myself, then when your life changes. When you say that I'm so sick and tired of being sick and tired, that's when your life changes. When you make a final decision today at this moment to say, look, I'm going to clean my room, I'm going to study for that test, I'm going to make a phone call to whoever, whatever, that's when your life changes. I was in FBLA. That was my organization. I was in that tough. Heavily. Mm-hmm. Now, my first year in FBLA, Benjamin, I didn't know what an organization was. I just, FBLA, Future Business Leaders of America. It sounds good. Get out of class, get some food. That was my focus. So I got inside of that classroom. I was in an office with my advisor, Miss White, and another teacher. And Miss White said, "Oh, I love Benjamin so much. He's going to join the FBLA." And I said, "Look, Miss White, I don't get the money, okay? So I can't join the organization." She said, "Benjamin, it's not about the money. Join the organization." Fine. I went to the meeting my first time there. I was appointed vice president, and they said something about competing and something about public speaking. I said, "Look, now I don't do competing, talking, or whatever you're talking about. I'm just here to just get out of class and go on the little free trips and free trips, no class, free food." That's what I love so much. So I got in and I competed on the Memphis level. And I had, in Memphis, I came out as number 2 in public speaking. And I felt like, I said, oh, I'm pretty cold. 2 in Memphis, that's the biggest city in Tennessee. So I go to the state level, Chattanooga, and I got one thing, it's a little bit more diverse, with some more different races of people and different people who are a lot stronger, but I was cocky. And I went to the room. Now, I'm gonna tell you how amazing I was that day at competition. I'm gonna tell you, I don't look like this. I had a chip tooth, I had an uneven hairline, my tie wasn't straight, and I had crusty lips. I'm talking, I'm speaking. When I talk, I couldn't, I'm over here fidgeting, shaking. I'm talking to the judges, and they just looking at me, and I'm just like, and I forgot the whole speech when I was in that room. So needless to say, I didn't come out, I didn't win that state, my first year I didn't win the state. Went to my room and I cried because I was pissed off. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna come back next year, I'm gonna win. I came back to Memphis, I competed in the Memphis level again the next year. I came as number 4 in Memphis. I was upset, I'm just like, look, I'm the best in Memphis. Number 4, that's 3 people in front of me. Benjamin don't lose. I did. And so when I came out after that, I went to the state level. And I go to the state level and people are always, they say, look, I'm gonna, people try to act fake and like they really like me and say, hey, who are you? What's your name? These are people from different cities in Tennessee. What's your name? Who are you? I looked, I'm Benjamin. And they said, oh, okay, so why, are you excited to be here? I'm so excited to be here and to say my speech and my presentation and I just know that you're gonna come out well. And I said, look, girl, I really don't care about anything that you are doing here today. I don't care about you competing against me. I'm coming to beat you, okay? I'm gonna get out and come as number 1. So I go there and I make to the final round, and I had my judges in the room. They looked at me just like smiling like this real hard. I'm just like, oh, they're excited. And needless to say, that year I came in as number 1 in Tennessee as a public speaker. I left there and went to the national round, and there was even more diverse people around the globe. I lost and I cried. And then the next year I came in, I became an officer over Memphis. I got number 2 in the state of Tennessee in business presentation. And then I got other things I came out successful in, but then the most important was my last event was National Leadership Conference. We competed against over 100 teams around the globe. My team out of Hamilton High School, 3 African American men came out as number 1 in the country in business presentation. What happened? I pressed reset. I gave myself 1,000 second chances. And each and every godly given time I get to 999, I press reset. This is amazing. This is an awesome event. This is an awesome ceremony. You have so much more to look forward to. You are probably involved in other things, whether it be athletics or academics or other organizations, whatever that may be. But don't get caught up in what's so good right now. Don't go a year from now like, look, I was the president of my organization. It doesn't matter. Once you leave this school, once you graduate, it starts over. Press reset. What things do you want to do? Don't say what I want to do, but what problems do you want to solve? What things do you want to see change in the world? What can you bring to the table other than a fork? That's mine. That's what I came up with. That's my thing. But I'm going to tell you guys that keep your dream alive. Whatever you want to do, you do it. Don't ask permission, but give notice. Don't procrastinate. Don't beat around the bush. Don't feed a lot of fluff. Let's keep it real. Let's be honest and make that dream happen. It's yours. Don't live in your what was, but your what is determines your what will. That's all I have to say. But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna leave you with this thing that I love so much that I had. Before I close out, now I brought some books with me. Anybody that wants to purchase a copy, my first book is in My ID, which is Motivation, Inspiration, Innovation, Determination. And I show you how to target yourself to identify your purpose. It's a simple book, and it's really, 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 really good because I wrote it, so you're gonna really enjoy it. And the book is valued, it's normally at $25, but I'm gonna sell it to you guys for $15. I accept Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, or cash, no checks. If you want to purchase your copy today, I have my second book today, 21 Ways to Win. I show you exactly what I did to get to where I am right now. How did I wind up going from homeless to an apartment downtown in my name? How did I wind up getting tons of money within my own business? I show you 21 ways to do that. This book is valued at $10. It's on sale for $5. So anybody wants to actually purchase a copy today, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, cash, no checks, you can do that. But I'm gonna leave you with this thing that I love so much, and I'm always listening to different audios, different speakers, different coaches. That's what I do for a living. And it's by Les Brown, and he said this thing, he says that if you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, if all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it, and if you gladly sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it, and lose all your terror of the opposition for it, and if you simply go after the thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold, poverty, famine, nor gout, sickness, nor pain of body and brain can keep you away from the thing that you want, if dogged and grim, you besiege and beset it, with the help of God, you'll get it. I'm Benjamin Hall, Benjamin International Incorporated. It's been a pleasure to visit. Thank you so much.